Tama Takoyaki Cafe. Located in between Guam Reef and Westin Hotel in Tumon, call them today at 648 Tama. Hawfade Guam, welcome to another episode of In the Mix. I'm Jonah Goncharfris. Thanks so much for tuning in. A great show lined up for you this evening. Coming up, we tell you about how American music is celebrating 9 years. A little bit later, we head on over to the lounge located in the Hyatt Regency Guam, where we sample some bites and beers. And we close out the show tonight with music from the Felts when they performed on Live Local Fridays on Guam's favorite I-94. But first things first, there's a book launch this Saturday for Malingu Na Patgon, a children's book written entirely in Chamorro. Here's more. Malingu Na Patgon, or The Lost Child, is the second in a series of 4 Chamorro language children's books recently published and printed by Taguini Books of the University of Guam Press. The book was created in preparation for the 2016 Festival of the Pacific Arts. The book is written by Rufina Mendiola, who is the Guam Department of Education Division of Chamorro Studies acting administrator and language specialist.
I was a lost child. I found my siblings in my story. Although I may not live with them and spend time with them, this book helped me spend whatever time that I was lost. And I dedicate it to my granddaughter Bella, my youngest granddaughter Bella. She's just if you read this story, she's this little girl here. She's a lot of happiness. She likes to sing, she likes to dance. She's only 3 going on 4, but she is a very happy child.
In the story, Bella feels she has been forgotten by her large and very busy family. Written entirely in the Chamorro language, the book is suitable for kids of all ages and offers life lessons.
This book is actually in 3 different segments. It's to teach a lesson about how important families need to get together every little time they have left. And being a grandmother of 9 grandchildren, I try to speak to my grandchildren Chamorro. We need to make sure that we perpetuate our language and show that it is very important for them now to carry on, because I am not going to be here forever. So through this book, which is written in our indigenous language, people out there will probably get inspired to continue on the legacy of our Chamorro language, and hopefully we have more stories to tell.
Malingu Na Patgon's captivating and bold illustrations was done by young artist Joseph Sablon. He says he was inspired by cartoons and Japanese anime he watched growing up.
After getting inspired by that, I've been drawing for a long time, and eventually I went off island to go study at the Art Institute of Sacramento, and that's where I spent about 4 years of my life just studying under that. And then after that, I came back and I just used those skills and just to, find an opportunity where opportunity shines, and that's what I did.
The images were created using digital art, and according to Sablon, he did research to make sure the illustrations fit.
What I did first was, we did thumbnails to help, put a composition, how the picture would look, where the characters were. Yeah. And then after that, I would sketch every single other page after that before I went into fine detailing and finally painting the actual story.
If Mendiola's name sounds familiar, she was also involved in Guam's animated film Maisa, the Chamorro girl who saves Guahan. The launch, which takes place on Saturday, May 7th, will be held from 10 a.m. to noon at the UOG RFK Library. Mendiola will do a special reading of the book, and Sablon will offer a free digital illustration workshop. They will also happily sign your copy.
It's going to be sold for $16. It's indigenous language Chamorro, but we have a glossary in the back for people that are first-time Chamorro reader. That will help them. It's something that we don't really have a lot of. If you have little kids at home, this will be a good time to read to your children in Chamorro, and then one day they will just pick it up themselves and eventually will be reading, and you'll be surprised by how much they can read Chamorro.
Make sure to bring the whole family to the book launch of Malingu Na Patgon. For more information, you can contact UOG Press Managing Editor Victoria Lola Leon Guerrero at 735-2154. Don't go anywhere, because when we return, we head on over to Tamuning to American music. You're watching In the Mix.